Sure, here's a 1,000-word YouTube script for your channel, The Auto Pulse, about the 2026 Hummer H1 unofficial concept. The script includes an intro, detailed overview, pricing estimate, and engaging commentary, all without section headings, as you requested. Hi everyone, welcome back to The Auto Pulse, where we bring the rawest, boldest, and most fascinating machines on four wheels right to your screen. And today, we're diving into something that stirs both nostalgia and awe, the 2026 Hummer H1 unofficial concept. This beast is not just a throwback, it's a reimagining of an icon, redesigned for a new era but keeping its no-compromise DNA intact. This concept is turning heads across the internet, and for good reason. First, let's talk about what the Hummer H1 originally represented. Born from military roots, the original H1 wasn't just a vehicle, it was a symbol of unfiltered off-road power. Built like a tank, with wide stances, diesel grunts, and armor-like body panels, the H1 was never about comfort. It was about capability. Fast forward to 2026, and what we're seeing in this concept is a return to that philosophy, but with a futuristic twist. The 2026 Hummer H1 unofficial concept isn't built by GM, let's be clear, this is an independent design effort that's taken the auto community by storm. It draws heavily from the aggressive DNA of the original, but evolves it into something worthy of the next generation. Imagine a vehicle that looks like it was designed for a post-apocalyptic future, but also one that you might actually want to drive around in the real world. The proportions are enormous. The stance is wide. The ground clearance, ridiculous. And those wheels, they look like they belong on a lunar rover. The front end of the concept is nothing short of brutal. A squared-off nose with a bold, vertical grille and ultra-slim LED lighting gives it a face that means business. There are no soft edges, no curves for the sake of aerodynamics. This is a machine that looks like it could plow through concrete walls and not flinch. The fender flares are exaggerated, functional, and stunning. The hood is vented, giving hints at the power lurking beneath. And yes, let's talk about the powertrain. While this is still a concept with no official specs released, there's heavy speculation, and some strong rumors, that if this H1 were to ever be built, it could come in two powertrain options. 1. An all-electric version with a quad-motor setup delivering over 1,000 horsepower and instant torque to each wheel. This would essentially make it the EV version of a monster truck. The second rumored setup is a hybrid diesel-electric system, something rugged and ready for real-world overlanding. Either way, the H1 is envisioned as a torque-hungry machine that could climb mountains, cross deserts, and power through anything in its path. Suspension is another highlight. The unofficial design includes a high-travel, independent suspension system that suggests it's built for Baja-style off-road adventures. Think multi-link setups, adaptive dampers, and electronically controlled ride height. You'd be able to go from crawling over boulders to flying across dunes, all in the same trip. Let's talk interior. Yes, this time there actually is some luxury. The original H1 was notorious for its cramped and Spartan cabin, with the central drivetrain tunnel eating up most of the space. But the 2026 concept solves that with clever packaging. We're seeing a modern, digital cockpit with wraparound screens, leather-trimmed bucket seats, and aviation-style switches that feel more fighter jet than SUV. It's utilitarian, but refined. You get the sense that this vehicle is not just meant to be driven, it's meant to be experienced. From a design standpoint, the concept has all the right touches. Modular roof racks, built-in recovery gear, a rear winch, integrated storage solutions, even optional drone landing pads. Yes, drone landing pads. This concept is as much a survivalist's dream as it is an enthusiast's fantasy. And the lighting system is full 360-degree LED, with roof-mounted spotlights and adaptive terrain lighting. Whether you're crawling in the dark or storming through a sandstorm, visibility won't be an issue. Now let's talk numbers. Obviously, this isn't a production vehicle, at least not yet, but based on similar high-performance off-roaders and EVs, we can estimate the price. If this vehicle were to hit the market as an EV supertruck with premium materials, cutting-edge tech, and serious off-road capability, we'd likely be looking at a starting price of around $150,000 to $180,000. That's in the range of vehicles like the GMC Hummer EV, the Rivian R1T Adventure Package, and high-end builds from companies like Rizvana or Apocalypse Manufacturing. But here's the thing, this H1 concept doesn't just compete with those trucks. It challenges them. It revives the raw, mechanical intensity that most modern off-roaders have smoothed out. It says, I'm not here to be polite. I'm here to dominate. And honestly, we love that. There's something refreshing about a vehicle that doesn't try to be everything for everyone. The H1 concept is unapologetic in its design, its scale, and its purpose. Of course, the big question is, will it ever be built? Well, there's no official production roadmap as of now, but the hype and attention this concept is getting may just light the fire. Independent coach builders and custom shops have already shown interest in building small run versions if demand is high enough. And with the rise of boutique EV manufacturers and crowdfunding projects, something like this could very well find its way to reality. So if you're a fan of the original Hummer H1, or even if you're just a fan of bold, brutal automotive design, this concept deserves your attention. It's a love letter to off-road extremes, reinterpreted for a world that's going electric and digital, but still craves raw power. It's loud, even when it's silent. It's big, even when parked next to full-size pickups. And most of all, it's a reminder that not all vehicles need to fit in. Some are built to stand out. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2026 Hummer H1 unofficial concept, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the Auto Pulse, and drop a comment below. Would you buy this beast if it ever hit production? What features would you want to see added? And what other concept trucks or off-road icons should we cover next? Thanks for watching, stay bold, and as always, keep your engine revving and your pulse racing. Let me know if you'd like a version tailored for a voiceover with pauses or specific pacing for editing.